Chris Emmett and Mike Newman, Karen and Dusty Bin, and the 3-2-1 girl.
Thank you very much. Whoa. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody, once again. Welcome to another day of your favourite game show of 3-2-1, the show you can't forget because it's always on hand. Well, it's always on my hand. Would you like to try it? It's very easy. All you folks, mums and dads, boys and girls at home, try it as well. On the count of 3, all right? 1, 2, 3. 3, 2. Well, it wasn't bad, was it? Be fair. Well, as usual, we've got a lovely studio audience made up from people of all walks of life. Over here, we've got a one-legged man who crossed the Sahara on foot. He's next to a group of people who work for a firm who make a sleep-inducing bedtime drink. And they say that soon you'll be able to get a stronger formula because they've found a way to produce Michael Parkinson in powder form. They're next to another group of crossword compilers. We've got 6 across there, and there's 4 down there with some spaces in between. I better watch it. They might come and try and fill me in. Gentleman over here, unfortunately, he says he'll never be courteous to a woman again because the last time he raised his hat to a lady, it nearly killed him. She's a mermaid and he's a deep-sea diver. Here's the man. This gentleman here's the man. His name is Trevor Feather, and he tells me he's a student and he's planning a rag stunt. Soon he's going to run through the Highlands without any clothes in a storm because his HB firm want to cut off his credit and he's at his wit's end. That's right. So that's Trevor Feather going to endeavour to run through the heather, hell for leather, and the altogether, the fastest ever in bad weather, because they never want to sever, and he's at the end of his tether. That's all. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, on 3-2-1, I carry the can, but the young lady who pushes the can, Karen Palmer, and old Dusty Bin, our booby prize. How was you this week?
Come on now, Dusty, behave yourself.
What's the matter with him?
Well, he went to a party last night and got rather full of himself and got carried away.
What? Too excited?
No, to be emptied.
Oh. Let's hope he doesn't get carried away too much this week. Take him away, Karen. We'll see him a bit later on our show. Well, remember, folks, he is our booby prize. Anybody wins Dusty, they take home a brand new dustbin with our compliments. We're ready to go. So are the 3 couples who are here tonight to play our show. 3-2-1. Will you greet them now?
My couple are Vicky and Dennis Powell from Wirral in Merseyside.
My couple are Sue and Ray Feltham from Attleborough in Norfolk.
My couple are Rosemary Land and John Edge. Rosemary is from Mill Hill in London, and John is from Thornton Heath in Surrey.
John Edge and Rosemary Land, and I hear that you're getting married on December the 29th, is that right?
Yes.
Oh, so Rosemary, you're the promised land, right? John, you're a Bachelor of you've got a Bachelor of Education degree, yes? Well, really, I'd say stay a bachelor. Really, I mean that. No, nothing against you, Rosemary, but, you know, they have an organisation out now, it's called Bachelors Anonymous. Because whenever you feel like getting married, you just give them a call and they send over a scruffy old lady in a dressing gown with curlers in her hair and cream all over her face. Pleasure Paragood. Rosemary, your hobbies is chess, and you made your own chess set. Is that how you designed it?
Well, I tried, but...
Did it work out?
Not altogether. I fired one half of the chess set, which took a long time to make, and in firing the second half of the set, the caretaker at the evening class left the kiln on, and the whole thing melted, which was rather disastrous.
More like Cluedo.
Yeah.
And what do you... Exactly, you're from Thornton Heath, John, yes? I'm from Kennington Oval, which is very near there.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Is it still in the Commonwealth? It's a good place to come from these days, I must say. Well, OK, we're going to get on with our show and have the questions. This week, the lady with the questions is Mireille Allonville. How are you? No, look, Mireille, English, speak in English. There's too many French words in our language today. Words like rendezvous, chalet, ambulance, lingerie.
Restaurant, commissionnaire, désiré, négligé.
Yeah, whoever put all these French words in our language made a terrible faux pas, right? Off you go, thank you, right? Right, our couples, they've chosen one of 3 envelopes at random, so either of them could have any set of questions. Now, as you know, in the first round, they play for £10 for each correct answer, so if they did score 10, that would be £100. Whatever they win at the end of the first round is the amount they play for each correct answer in the second. So that's the way it goes. The couple with the least amount of money at the end of the quiz, they leave us at that point. We like them to answer alternately, ladies first, and in the first round there's 3 ways they can be stopped. If they make a mistake, repeat an answer, or if the time runs out, that's when you'll hear from one of our comic commentators this week, Mike Newman.
Wonderful how he does all that business, Ted, with the 3, 2, 1. I can never quite get it right. Mind you, you know what that sign there actually means? That's a Roman soldier ordering 5 beers.
That's one I hadn't thought of. Anyway, good luck to you for £10 for each correct answer. As this is the easy round, we don't give you one to start with this time. But here we go. We want the names of tables found about the house. Names which indicate their use or style, but not the substance they're made of. We'll give you an example, writing table, but you must not use that. So tables found about the house, now.
Coffee table.
Dining table.
Kitchen table.
A bedside table.
Furniture. There's a teacher talking to a class and she says, what's the most important bit of furniture in the house? This kid says, please, miss, an average. She says, an average? What's an average? He says, well, I don't know, miss, but I'm reading in this book, it says, a married couple make love on an average twice a week.
Right there. Well, Rosemary and John, you ran out of time there. There were a few more you could have mentioned, like card table, bedside table, side table, work table, occasional table, gate leg table, games table. But, Mireille, how did they do?
John and Rosemary got 4 points, so they win £40. £40. Wow.
That's pretty good. £40. Well, that's what they play for each correct answer next time. Here we've got Ray and Sue Feltham from Attleborough in Norfolk. I know 2 Attleborough people. That's David and Richard. You know them? That's the wrong word. Now, I see here that, Sue, you run slimming classes, is that right?
Yes.
You don't have a weight problem, sure?
Yes.
Really? And how long have you been doing that?
About 6 months.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I found, you know, slimming, the best thing is jogging. I jog every morning on the way home. And it says here that you recently moved into your dream house, huh?
That's correct,
Now, tell
yes.
us about that.
Well, we decided we'd build a house on our own, and we basically did the labouring and one thing and another, got some brickies in.
Really?
And did it from start to finish.
Is it completed now?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Are you delighted
Apart from
with
the garden, that's like
You're like me, you leave that alone, Ray, right?
That's correct.
Actually, I'd once tried to build my own house, you know, but I got the plans all mixed up. You know, we wound up with a frosted glass in the lounge. That didn't bother me, but you should have seen the large picture window in the bathroom. Mireille, can we have their questions? Thanks a lot. OK, then you're also going for £10 for each correct answer. Good luck to the 2 of you. We want names of drinking glasses where the name indicates its shape or use. We'll give it an example, brandy glass, but you must not use that. So, names of drinking glasses, now.
Sherry glass.
squash glass. Squash glass.
Champagne glass.
Oh, beer glass, pint mug.
Glasses, drink. I'm standing at a bar, and there's a fellow walks in with a door under his arm. I said, what's the idea of the door? He said, I left my key at home last night. I said, oh, aye. Supposing you lose the door? He said, I left the window open.
Well, Ray and Sue, unfortunately, you also ran out of time. Again, you could have mentioned a lot more. Tumbler, wine glass, goblet, liqueur glass, port wine glass, beaker, tanker, whiskey tumbler. But, Mireille, how did they score?
Ray and Sue got 4 points, so they win £40.
Also £40. Yes. There we are. Right. Level pegging at the moment. Here we've got Dennis and Vicky. Powell, and you, what sort of work are you in? You're from the Wirral, aren't you, up there in Cheshire?
Wirral, yes.
What sort of work do you do?
In the car industry.
Oh, really? Well, that's not free of troubles, is it? I bought one of these cars, you know, with the electric ignition. The only trouble is after every 10 starts, you've got to put 20 pence in the meter. I really know nothing about foreign cars. I used to think that a child-proof lock was something to go on a chastity belt. It is. I can tell you it's not. Sue, it says here that you lived in South America for 11 years and you appeared in a margarine advert in Peru.
Yes.
Don't you want to be reminded of that? No. Why not?
It was, our whole family were there, and we all hated margarine.
Oh.
So they had to put butter in a margarine wrapper so we'd all come and eat it.
And now it says that you work in a bank.
Yes.
Yes? Well, that's not bad, is it? This is the one we want to keep in with here. I found a great way, you know, of moving your money around. Pay your Access card account with your Barclay card, charge it to diners and send it to American Express. That does very nicely. So can we have their, please, questions, Marie? Thanks a lot. Right, we've got two couples on £40 so far. You're going for £10 for each correct answer. Now, we want names of knives found about the house, all right? We will give you an example, fish knife, but you must not choose that. So knives found about the house now.
Steak knife.
Carving knife.
Chicken knife.
Muscle knife.
Shopping knife.
I once stayed in Diggs, actually, in Blackpool, actually, with this terrible landlady. My God, she was mean. She wouldn't give a door a bang. But I'll tell you what she used to do with the knives in the morning. You know, she used to heat the knives at breakfast time so you couldn't get too much butter.
Yeah, I'm afraid you did make a mistake, Vicky and Dennis, there. You said sharpening knife. Well, it's a knife sharpener, of course. More, you could have said like pen knife, cake knife, cheese knife, table knife, bread knife, butter knife, grapefruit knife. But how did they score, Mireille?
Dennis and Vicky got 4 points, so they win £40.
Yeah. What do we have at the end of the first round? I don't think this has ever happened in any of the rounds of our quiz at all. We have Rosemary and John, Sue and Ray, and Dennis and Vicky all on £40. So, this is going to be the round that matters. Mireille, can we have the more difficult questions? Thank you. £40 for each correct answer you get this time. There's a slight change here. We still want you to answer alternately, but I will ask you the questions individually, and if you don't know an answer, just say don't know. And believe me, don't spend time letting the seconds go, because it's better to have the time and don't know and get on to the next question. In this round, there's only 2 ways they can be stopped. If you make a mistake or if you run out of time. But this being the more difficult round, we do give you one to start with. So here we are, £40 for each correct answer, and good luck. This question is about words in daily use which vary in meaning in Britain and America. We will give you a word used in Britain, and we want you to give us the American word for the same object. The American word for banknote is bill, so that's the one we'll start you with. Banknote and...
Bill.
2, lift and...
Elevator.
3, bonnet of a car.
Don't know.
4, braces.
Don't know.
5, pack of cards.
Don't know.
6, pavement.
Sidewalk.
7, game of drafts.
Don't know.
8, TV aerial.
Don't know.
9, water tap.
Don't know.
10, baby's dummy.
Yes.
That's a thought, because it is true about the American words. You know, for instance, in America, they call the underground, we call it the underground, but over there they call it the subway. You know, when I was in New York, I said to this fella, how do I get underground? He said, drop dead.
Yeah, they would say that in New York, believe me, they really would. Well, there were a few you didn't know there. Of course, bonnet of a car is a hood. Braces are suspenders. A pack of cards are a deck of cards. Game of drafts are checkers. TV aerial is an antenna. And a water tap is a faucet. And here's my favorite. The baby's dummy is a pacifier. Nice that, isn't it? So how did they score, Mireille?
John and Rosemary got 3 points, so they win £120.
Very good. Okay, may we have the second set of questions, please? For Ray and Sue, who are also on £40. Now, can you beat 120? Let's find out and see whether you can or not. It'll come out. This question is about saints who are patron saints of a particular country or groups of people. We will give you the name of the saint, and we want you to give us the country or special group of people for which he or she is the patron saint. Now, St. Nicholas is the patron saint of children, so we'll start you with St. Nicholas and children. 2, St. George.
Pass.
3, St. Cecilia.
Don't know.
4, St. Christopher.
Travellers.
5, St. Andrew.
Don't know.
6, St. Luke.
Don't know.
7, St. Crispin. 8, St. David.
Don't know.
9, St. Valentine.
Numbers.
10, St. Bernard.
I have this friend of mine, his name is Broderick Godbolt. And he went to jail for his religious convictions. He robs churches.
And Sue and Ray, you also ran out of time there. The ones you didn't know, St. George was England, Boy Scouts or soldiers. St. Cecilia, musicians. St. Andrew was Scotland. St. Luke, doctors or painters. St. Crispin, shoemakers or leather workers. St. David, of course, Wales. And the one that was out of time, St. Bernard, you said dogs. You've been drinking too much brandy. Right, yeah. How did they score, Mireille?
Ray and Sue got 3 points, so they win 120 pounds.
Another 120 pounds. Well. Thanks, Mireille. More difficult round of questions for Dennis and Vicky. Again, on 40 pounds. What's going to happen if we get 320 pounds here? Good luck to you. This question is about countries which have changed their names during the last 50 years. We will give you the former name, and we want you to give us the present-day name. Now, East Pakistan is now called Bangladesh. So that's the one we'll start you with. East Pakistan is now Bangladesh. 2, Siam.
Don't know.
3, the Gold Coast.
Don't know.
4, Northern Rhodesia.
Don't know.
5, Ceylon.
No.
6, the Trucial States.
Don't know.
7, the Belgian Congo.
Don't know.
8, Persia.
Don't know.
9, British Honduras. 10, Abyssinia.
I'm walking around the zoo, looking at all the animals from all the different countries. And there's a kid standing in front of the snakes putting his tongue out at them. I said, what are you doing that for? He said, they started it.
Well, Dennis and Vicky, the ones you didn't know there, Siam is now Thailand, the Gold Coast is now Ghana, Northern Rhodesia is now Zambia, Ceylon is now Sri Lanka, the Trucial States are now the United Arab Emirates. I knew I was going to do that in. 7, the Belgian Congo is now Zaire, 8, Persia is now Iran, 9, British Honduras is now Belize, and 10, Abyssinia is now Ethiopia. So, Mireille, how did they score?
Dennis and Vicky got 1 point, so they are still on 40 pounds.
40 pounds. Well, at the end of our quiz this week, what do we have? We've got Dennis and Vicky on 40 pounds, Rosemary and John on 120, also Sue and Ray, joint leaders, 120 pounds. Congratulations. Which, of course, means, Dennis and Vicky, we've got to say goodbye to you right at this moment in time. There's the 40 pounds.
There you go.
You might not think it's a great deal of money, but there's your ceramic dusty bin. He's worth more than that, I can tell you that. Haven't it been nice having you on the show, folks? Thanks a lot, Vicky. Okay, we're going away just for a couple of minutes. We'll see you soon on 3, 2, 1. Don't go too far away, will you? Whee! Ladies and gentlemen, to part 2, where our remaining couples, that's John and Rosemary from London and Ray and Sue from Attleborough in Norfolk, are about to play the elimination game. Now, the theme of this week's show is medicine, and our game is hypodermic training. Yes, this is what's going to happen here. As you can see, each of our couples have a tray of hypodermic needles. Now, we want you to throw those needles one at a time to these targets. Yes. And this is where we want you to score bottom every time, right? We don't want you to, if you land in the legs, that will not score at all. It must land in that area there, right? In the backside. Now, as you know, in our game, we have 3 whistles. On the first whistle, you start. Fellas hold the trays. Girls throw the hypodermic needles. Second whistle, change places with your partner. Fellows throw the needles. Girls hold the trays. Third whistle, stop. Naturally, the one with the most needles in the you-know-what will go through to part 3 with a chance to win one of our fabulous prizes tonight. So would you like to get to your marks? All right. Ray and Sue over there. John and Rosemary just here. Karen is here with the whistle. Is everybody all set? Yes? You know what you have to do. Good luck to you all. 3, 2, 1. Places with your partner. Come on, fellas, you throw those needles. Stop just there. And would you like to come back here and see who did what? Who was the champion darts player out of the 4 of you here? My goodness me. Well, have we done our scores? We know what we've done? Right, okay, Jenny, how did John and Rosemary do?
Well, my couple scored 16.
16? Is that enough? How did Sue and Ray score then, Zoe?
Sue and Ray scored 14.
14, just 2 in it. Oh, dear. I still think you did pretty well there, Ray and Sue. Now, what have we got? Your money from the quiz, which was £120, Karen, yes?
That's right.
There you are. There's your ceramic dusty bin. And, of course, your photo frame. The photograph's been taken of you tonight. It'll be in the post here. All right, and give our love to everybody up there in Attleborough. And say hello to Arkle, will you? Lovely. Ladies and gentlemen, Ray and Sue, take care. Thank you. Okay, Rosie, John, come over here to Ted's table. Rosemary, you'd like to stand there, and John, could you stand just there? Get together nice and close so we can get a good picture of you. Now then, you know what happens here. You're not nervous anymore, ain't you? Come in just a bit closer, John, that's fine. Now, you know what happens here. We've got 5 sketches for you to see, and we have 5 prizes. 4 terrific ones. We may or may not have a motor car on the show this week, but that's up to you to try and figure out. Somebody who is on the show, as you know, is that Dusty Bin. He's the guy you've got to think about rejecting. Get rid of him. Now, at the end of each of our sketches, one of the characters will come here, leave a clue object. They'll read you a rhyme, which will definitely be a clue. When you have 3 on the table, I will ask you to reject 1. When you've rejected 4, the 1 remaining determines the prize that you take home with you tonight, all right? So, as I say, the theme of our show is medicine, and we're going to pick up our ophthalmoscopes and our stethoscopes and take a look and a listen at the medical profession. Now, do you know the secret of really keeping fit? Lots of exercise, you know, like swimming, physical jerks, press-ups. Or else you can do what I do, lie about your age. Oh, you agree, do you? Thank you very much. You read the same newspaper, fine. No, but I would advise you, though, to have a good medical checkup every so often, because, well, only last week I went to the doctors to be vetted. Or was it the vets to be doctored? I can't remember. Anyway, have your symptoms ready, because we're about to visit the doctor.
Ugh. It'll never sell that stuff. There's no kick in it. You want to lay off that diet. Come in!
Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning. Please sit down.
Oh, thank you. Can we have another chair, please, Doctor?
Another chair? What's the matter with that one?
Oh, nothing. It's very nice, but I'd like one as well as my wife.
Oh, your wife is coming as well, is she?
My wife, she's here. Mrs. Sidebottom.
Oh, I see. Yes. Yes, how stupid of me. Here we are now. There we are.
Thank you, Doctor.
Fine.
Thank
yes.
you. Oh, quite comfy, are you, dear? Good.
Good. She wouldn't like a cushion or anything, would she?
Hmm? Why don't you ask her yourself, Doctor?
Oh, yes. Would you like a cushion, Mrs. Sidebottom? Hmm?
Yes, they are, aren't they?
They are. What are?
She says the chairs are very nice.
Oh, the chairs, yes. Oh, the chairs, yes. They're very nice chairs, yes, indeed. Well, now, Mr. Sidebottom, I can see what your problem is, but I want you to explain it to me in your own words.
Ah. It's me wife, really.
Your wife?
It sounds stupid, I know. You're not going to believe this.
Oh, try me.
Well, she thinks no one can see her. Isn't that ridiculous?
Your wife thinks that no one can see her?
Yeah, yes. She thinks she's invisible.
Oh. Yes, that's pretty good. Well, I've got something here I think will help you out. Help your wife out, that is.
Oh, good. Thank you, Doctor. I told you you'd be able to help you, didn't I?
Now, what I want you to do, let's give this a shake. What I want you to do is your wife will take 2 spoonfuls of this 3 times a day for a fortnight, and she'll be as right as rain.
Oh, thank you, Doctor. Put it in your bag, Doreen. Oh, right. Well, we must be going now. We've got to pick up her coat from the invisible menders. Come on, dear. Come on.
Good, yes. Well, thank you for calling, Mr. Sidebottom, Mrs. Ivan. Be seeing you.
Be seeing you. Very good, that. Thank you, Doctor. Bye-bye.
Yes, bye-bye.
Come on.
My God, Miss Smithers, we get some nutcases in here, don't we? Oh, did you get all that down?
Oh, yeah. Yes. I didn't know you did a double act.
You met the wife?
Boney him, yeah. Now, what are you leaving?
I'm leaving the orange juice.
That's the clue, is it?
That's the clue, the orange juice.
I see, and have you got
And I have a touch of the rhymes here.
Got 'em, Rosemary?
There we are. Now then, here it is. That man's marriage could be dissolved in court. He had no visible means of support. Although he'd promised to have and to hold her, she kept on giving him the cold shoulder. Dun, 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 dun.
Bum, bum. What do you think, John? Any idea, Rosemary?
None whatsoever at all.
No.
All right, well,
That's only the first one. That's good.
leave you to it.
Would you,
We're off to the Palais des Dances.
Fred and Ginger, ladies and gentlemen, back to you. Well, that's only the first one. We've got to get 2 more before I ask you to reject one. You've got no idea. Let's just try and think about what's going to come up next. We're going to have another sketch. You know, we're becoming very casual about modern techniques. They're so common these days. I mean, like transplants. Recently, a patient was going to have a heart, liver, and kidney transplant, and the nurse wrote on the chart, mixed grill. It's got to be that way. Our next case is a man called Tony Addams who talks to himself, but with a novel difference.
Don't look so scared, Grandad. It's only a small operation.
Listen, I don't trust doctors. Not since I went for my tonsils out and somebody turned the trolley round.
Painful.
What? I've never had so much pain since I was shot in the Dardanelles.
Well, it won't be long.
Hey?
It won't be long. Your operation's at 1500 hours, isn't it?
Aye.
What time is it now?
I couldn't tell you, lad. My watch has only got 12 hours on it.
What are you going in for, anyway?
Got a bad leg.
Well, I wouldn't worry about it. It's probably just old age.
Don't talk daft. The other leg's the same age, and there's no wrong with that
one. Well, do you limp all the time, then?
No, not all the time. Only when I walk.
Well, perhaps your shoes are too tight.
Yeah, they're good uns, these, lad. I've had these shoes 16 years. I bought them in a sale. 7 and 6.
Really?
Aye. One's a 7 and one's a 6. Hey, I got a bad chest and all, you know.
Well, I think what you could do with probably is a nice Mediterranean cruise.
Nah, I've only got my pension, lad.
Well, have you got no premium bonds? Insurance policies? Well, have you got no money in the bank?
Oh, aye, I've got 300,000 quid in Barclays.
300,000 quid? You're talking stupid now.
Well, you started it.
Listen, how many operations have you had altogether?
39.
39?
Aye, 39.
That must be a record.
No, it's not. It's me talking.
I think you're taking a turn for the worse. Hey? I said I think it's your turn for the nurse.
Ready for you now, sir.
By God, I'm feeling better already. Hey? Is it true what they say about nurses? Is it? My God, you're a bit of a cracker.
Tony Addams and Grandad.
Right, the page up there.
Now, what are you going to leave then, Tony? What's the clue?
Well, it's the original Addams apple.
Tony Addams apple, right, that's the clue. Nice to have you on the show, really is.
Yeah.
Congratulations. And have you got a rhyme too for Rosemary and John?
Yes, Grandad's got it. Shall we read it together,
Would
Grandad?
you please?
An apple a day keeps the doctor away, but if you have flu...
An orange will do.
That's the one.
If you have flu, an orange will do.
That's
Ladies
right.
and gentlemen, Tony Addams and Grandad. Thanks very much.
Thanks.
Cheers, Grandad. Well, what do you reckon, Rosemary? Any idea?
No, what about you? What do you think?
Well, I think they mentioned Mediterranean in that one, and flu might be something to do with it, but...
Flying,
you never
maybe,
know.
somewhere?
Flying to the Mediterranean. Well, we've got to have one more sketch before you start to make up your mind of rejecting one of them. OK, here it comes. These days, you know, there's such a shortage of staff at hospitals, they'll take on anybody. I mean, at my local hospital, an ex-supermarket manager got a job, and he's got some great ideas in the theatre. Now they've got an operating table for 6 stitches or less. And then outside the maternity hospital, there's a notice that says, don't leave your little baskets here. It's doctor's rounds now, so let's pop back to the hospital.
Oh, well, I suppose it was only a matter of time.
Yes. So young, though.
Yes, he can strike at any age. But have a word with his wife in a minute. I think she's going to take this rather badly.
Take what badly?
She was only saying yesterday that he was looking so much better.
I am better.
Will you be quiet?
I will not be quiet. I'm alive.
Don't be silly.
I am not dead.
Excuse me, Doctor. Doctor should know, shouldn't he? He is qualified.
The man is obviously incompetent.
That's a wicked thing to say, Mr. Blow. I mean, he has done his best. We have all done our best.
And I know. I'm very grateful to you all.
Then it's a very strange way of showing your gratitude.
What do you expect me to do? Snuff it? Pass on? Go to the happy hunting ground?
Anything the matter, sister?
The patient seems to be showing signs of life, Doctor.
Seen it before. Chickens, you know, chop off their heads and they still run around.
Chickens? What is he, a doctor or a vet?
Well, we are short of funds in the National Health.
Ah, so he is a vet.
I happen to be a very good vet.
That's not the... That's not the point. I want a doctor.
You are being very difficult, Mr. Blow. If Doctor thought you needed a doctor, he would have sent for one.
You were sending for an undertaker 2 minutes ago. This is a hospital, right? Is it too much to expect a doctor? I mean, you have got one, I suppose.
Well, yes, but...
But nothing. Fetch him.
Well, it's only 9 o'clock, Mr.
I
Blow.
don't care if it's the 14th of Julember. Fetch him.
You'd better, sister.
Very well. Excuse me, Doctor. I wonder if you could spare a minute.
Well, I am rather busy. Well, all right, yeah, just a moment, but it may, of course, be something that he eggs.
There she is. Lovely Liz Fraser. Liz, bless you for coming on the show.
Great pleasure.
Quite a time since we met, isn't it?
It is. It's a very long time ago.
What are you leaving as the clue?
A hypodermic syringe.
Oh. Well, we'll put that sort of down there gently,
Something
right?
to get them going,
Yes.
right?
We know you, of course, for all your many, many movies, many TV shows, and saw you on The Professionals again the other day.
Yes, that was great fun,
Very
wasn't
nice.
it? I love doing that.
Good.
Great to work with.
Well, have you got a rhyme for Rosemary and John?
Yes, I have. And here it is. As an appendix to this story, you'd think it were a sin if we said you'd be in stitches if this prize you win.
Now then, here we are at rejection time. Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely Liz Fraser. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you, Dan.
Well, Rosemary and John, I can read either Mike Newman's Orange Juice again or Tony Addams and Grandpa's Apple. What do you want to hear?
I think, yes, the orange juice.
You want to hear the orange
I've
juice?
forgotten that already, yeah.
Yes? Well, that said, that man's marriage could be dissolved in court. He had no visible means of support. Although he'd promised to have and to hold her, she kept on giving him the cold shoulder.
Still can't make anything of that one.
Can't make anything of that?
No. Yeah. Any ideas?
One's got to go. Which one will it be?
It's difficult, it's difficult. I'll leave it up to you for the first one.
He chickened out, do you see that? It could be a chicken, yeah.
Well, I'm going to go on the basis that everything rhymes with bin on that one.
Yes?
Yes.
What do you say, John? Okay.
Mind you, we could do with a bin. Getting married in December. We haven't got a dustbin.
Oh, well, yes, because they're very expensive, aren't they?
Yes.
We've got so many to give away, I can't tell you. Anyway, that came from Liz. As an appendix to this story, you think it were a sin if we said you'd be in stitches if this prize you win. All right, then, Rosemary, let's see whether you were right. Stitches, you say. Well, we would have sinned if we'd said you'd been in stitches had you won this prize, because there's nothing to laugh about. If you would have gone home, you're right with Dusty Bin. You've done it. There you are. Okay, once more he's been rejected. One day somebody's going to get this guy, I tell you. If they don't, I will, I promise you. But you're glad, at least that means tonight you're going home with a real, real good prize. Okay. Oh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're away just for a couple of minutes. We'll be back soon on 3, 2, 1 with all fabulous prizes. See you in a minute. Don't go too far away. Welcome to part 3, ladies and gentlemen, where Rosemary and John from London are well on their way because they've managed to reject Dusty Bin straight away. So we're going to go on and have another sketch. As I say, the theme of our show is medicine. The medical profession has really progressed over since the early days of Florence Nightingale. Now, of course, we've got spare part surgery between living things, and I think sometimes we don't sort of consider our animal friends in medicine. You know, the other day, a man had a valve transplant from a pig. And every hour they told us how the man was doing, but there was never a mention about the poor pig. However, thanks to modern medicine, doctors can diagnose everything. Or can they?
Oh, cooking. Oh, cooking. Come in.
Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning, Mr.
Parker.
Oh, Mr. Parker. Of course, what else? Please sit down, Mr. Parker.
Thank you.
I haven't seen you for quite some time, Mr. Parker. Have you been sick?
No, I haven't been going out much lately.
What a pity. And the weather's been so nice as well. Now, what seems to be the problem, Mr. Parker?
Well, I would have thought that was pretty obvious.
You've got a cold.
No, look at it.
Oh, yes. It is a bit inflamed, isn't it? Have we been sitting too close to the fire, then?
No, I mean the length of it. Can you do something for me?
Oh, yes. Well, now, tell me, have you thought about, say, sort of disguising it? Sort of disguise it or something?
Well, how do you mean?
Well, you could paint it puce, for instance.
Well, that would look ridiculous.
Yes, it wouldn't match your underwear, would it?
Doctor, can you do anything for me?
Tell you what about drilling a few holes in it? Make a sort of a flute out of it.
You're not very helpful, are you? I can't even enjoy a pint anymore.
Oh, I see. Gets stuck in the glass, does it? Well, I might be able to help you out there.
You can?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes, why don't you drink short or else try using a straw?
I can see I've wasted my time coming here.
Tell you what, I might be able to talk to a colleague of mine about you.
Is he a good doctor?
No, he breeds woodpeckers.
Good day, Doctor.
You know, Mr. Parker, let me say this to you. I want to say to you that we all have to learn to live with our little problems.
Oh.
We did shopping here last week. He had the biggest
Looks like an agent I once had. Now, listen, what are you leaving, Chris, as the clue?
Well, I'm leaving you another one, would you believe? There you are.
A baby hooter?
Yes, I am indeed, yes.
I've heard of a bridge on the nose, but that's like the Golden Gate at San Francisco.
I tell you, this is impressive. This is sensational. People take one look at this conch, and they are awed. That's why they call me Concord.
Right. Okay, Chris, the nose is the clue, and you have a rhyme.
I have indeed, yes. It's difficult to read, actually. Who knows about this nose knows how to score a point. And if anyone knows this prize you chose, it won't put your nose out of joint.
Well, John, Rosemary, I wouldn't like to put that one out of joint. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Emmett. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Again, I can read the apple, which Tony Addams and Grandad brought in, or Mike Newman brought in the orange juice. What would you like to hear?
Your turn this time.
Oh, I think we'll have the apple one.
Want to hear the apple?
Yeah.
Okay. Tony Addams says, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but if you have flu, an orange will do.
Right.
So, right? What do you reckon?
I think we'll get rid of the apple, shall we?
Yes.
I think we think that might be a holiday.
Really?
You see.
A holiday. So you want to reject it?
I think so.
Okay. Tony Addams' apple is going? Yes? Well, I've opened the envelope now.
Yes.
This is the one you're rejecting. Well, the answer isn't a lemon, it's an orange. And that's what you would have won. I suppose you'd have wanted one each, would you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Well, here is the prize. We were going to let you pick your own orange by flying you to Seville in Spain for a luxury holiday of 2 weeks. You were right. Have a look at this. Look at that. There you are. Spain you'd have gone to for 2 weeks. You'd have picked your own oranges in Seville. You could have gone then down to Malaga or Marbella or Madrid, anywhere you wish to have gone, for 2 weeks, spending money as well. It's a fantastic prize, I think, but it's been rejected. So how do you feel about that?
Well,
you were right again, though, John. Very, very good indeed. You were right.
Yeah.
Okay, then, Mireille, it's been rejected. Take it away. Thank you very much indeed. So we're going to have one more sketch right here and now. Don't forget, we're still on the theme of medicine. You know, when doctors, I mean, they of course feel ill sometimes. The other day I went over to see my fellow and he wasn't feeling right. I could tell that because I could actually read the writing on his prescription. You ever try to look at that? Well, I got one of those up-to-date group practices, you know, where the doctors are all in the same building, although there is a shortage of staff there. Even my fellow's on a party line with his stethoscope. Okay. Now look to see what happens for special treatment after hours.
The lights don't work. Hello, 2241.
Hello, is that Johnson the Plumbers?
Yes.
It's Dr. Martin.
Oh, leave me alone, Jenny. You know I got an headache. Do you know what time it is?
Just a moment. Darling, Mr. Johnson wants to know what the time is.
Oh. It's 3:15.
It's 3:15.
Exactly, it's the middle of the night.
Oh, well, you phoned me up in the middle of the night when you had trouble with your little boy.
That wasn't a plumber's job.
Oh, yes, it was. He had his toe stuck up the tap.
Oh, all right. What seems to be the trouble?
It's me, your ball cock.
Your ball cock? What's wrong with your ball cock?
It won't float.
It won't float. Have you had this trouble before?
Yeah.
Then you got it again. Couldn't it wait until the morning?
Look, I didn't say that about your wife when she had insomnia.
Oh, well, that reminds me. I want some more sleeping tablets for the wife.
Why is that?
She keeps waking up.
Well, what about my sister? Keeps making funny noises.
What sort of funny noises?
Oh, sort of,
Oh, dear. Oh, dear, that does sound bad.
Yeah. What do you think I ought to do about it?
Throw a couple of Aspros down. If it isn't better in the morning, bring it round. Well, now we're awake.
Carl? Carl, Rigg, and this is the clue?
Right.
The sponge?
Yep.
Could have got a small one, Carl, be fair. Nice to see you, though. Seen you many times, of course, in the films and on TV shows, the TV series. Mark Personal, I remember you in that.
Yep.
You were a bit of a devil, weren't you?
Yeah.
That's right, a cad, sir. And what about you were in General Hospital? Now, Carl, really, when you're in a series like that, do the normal people think that you really are a doctor?
No, just other doctors.
I believe that. Anyway, nice to see you. Thanks for coming on. Right. And do you have a rhyme for John and Rosemary?
Yes, I do. Winning this prize, you'll have no need to jog. And the very first thing you'll need is a log. Everybody will think you are posh. They'll all want to take it for a 5-minute wash.
Well, now, let's set the cat among the pigeons. Thanks very much. Carl Rigg, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, Carl. Thanks so much. Take care. Lovely. All right. Well, have you any ideas about that one?
Could be.
Could be. Well, I can read again. The orange juice or the nose. Mike brought that in the first sketch, and Chris Emmett brought in the big hooter. What would you like to hear?
The big hooter, I think.
Yes? Okay, the nose. Chris said, who knows about this nose knows how to score a point, and if anyone knows this prize you choose, it won't put your nose out of joint.
Score a point.
So, we know Dusty's gone. There are 3 terrific prizes here.
Yes.
Do we or don't we have a car on the show this week? You've really got to work it out, haven't you? One's got to go right now. What do you think it'll be?
Do you think the nose?
I'm going to reject the nose if you are.
Yes, we'll think.
Yes?
Right, so, yeah.
You're rejecting
unanimous
the
decision.
All right, a unanimous
Any
decision.
idea what that can be?
Who knows about this nose knows how to score a point, and if anyone knows this prize you choose, it won't put your nose out of joint. So, let's have a look. Well, we hope we didn't put you under a false scent, but your nose wouldn't be out of joint if you'd have won our star prize, the Fiesta car. Oh. Come round there. Go round that side. Go round there. Let's have a look at it. The Ford Fiesta, a brand new car. A holiday's gone. Fabulous car. You have a car, I'm sure, don't you?
Well, 17-year-old car.
A 17-year-old car. Well, Karen, I'm afraid it's our star prize. It has been rejected. It's got to go, so reverse it. Back to the table we go. Come on, Rosie. However, as sad as you must be, I can see it in your eyes, you really are as well. We don't have it every week on the show, you know that. This was one of the weeks we did. But we do know the bin's gone, so you're going to take something very, very good home tonight. I can read both of these again. Yes. Now, Carl brought this in just now and said, winning this prize, you'll have no need to jog. And the very first thing you'll need is a log. Everybody will think you are posh. They'll all want to take it for a 5-minute wash. Well.
A log and a wash.
That could have been a car as well.
Yes,
That could have been a car as well. You know, they're very devious in our office, you know that. Okay, Mike again brought in the orange juice from the very first sketch. He said, that man's marriage could be dissolved in court. He had no visible means of support. Although he'd promised to have and to hold her, she kept on giving him the cold shoulder.
Dissolved.
I really don't know. It's an eeny, meeny, miny, mojo.
Yes. No
well,
idea.
you see, your own judgment's been very, very good on 2 so far. Not on that one, I'll agree with you there. But what do you think?
I think we'll reject this one.
I'll reject the orange.
Yes?
Yes.
You're going to reject the orange juice? For sure. Okay, that man's marriage could be dissolved in court. He had no visible means of support. Although he'd promised to have and to hold her, she kept on giving him the cold shoulder. Well, if you had a cold shoulder, where would you put it?
In the freezer.
That's what you said all along. You really have rejected this fabulous freezer. Have a look at it. Stay over there. Stay over there. Have a look at that. And it's stocked full of food for you. Will you believe that? 2 freezers. All that food would have been yours. And, of course, here you've got iced water and you've got ice as well.
Oh,
Instant
amazing.
ice. How about that? Fantastic prize, worth a lot of money, and you were right again, John. You did say it was a freezer. There you are. You've no idea what that is, have you?
No.
All right, it has to go Zoe, fellas. Take it away, please. It's been rejected. Wrap this up. Okay. The very last sketch, Carl Rigg brought that in, and it said, winning this prize, you'll have no need to jog, and the very first thing you'll need is a log. Everybody will think you are posh. They'll all want to take it for a 5-minute wash. Right, the bin's gone, the car's gone. But we were talking about a 5-minute wash. You did say that. You mentioned that. although I don't think you meant it in this context, because you're going to spend a lot of time relaxing in this fabulous Finnish sauna. Oh. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Hey. Stand just there. Well, now, will this go in the flat? Oh. No. There's going to be an extension somewhere along the line, but I think you'll agree it's a fabulous prize. Yes. It's terrific for getting there and relaxing in, and he doesn't go with it. You do know that, don't you? Well, John, Rosemary, congratulations. There it is. Another star prize, folks. We're back next Friday with more fabulous prizes. Dusty Bin, all the gang. Look forward to seeing you next week, 3, 2, 1. Good night, everybody. Take care.